Always wear the appropriate PPE, personal protective equipment. In this job, I'll be using my safety glasses, my earplugs, and respirator as needed. And these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Enjoy.
Hey guys, so yesterday I said I was going to do this wall. Today, I'm going to do this wall. So the way this is going to happen is I'm going to start here, do all the framing and whatnot, get all that put away there, do the vapor barrier, because I'm going to bring this across and do all the taping. And yes, I do have enough tuck tape. So I'll fix up top here, fix all across here, put an extra stud there, connect those two wires together. There is an outlet there already. If not, I'm going to add one there. You see the two, these are from pocket doors from a job site. They do need some working, but I'm not going to even worry about this right now. I just wanted to throw them into place. I might even just tentatively, just screw them to their areas respectively. That way it's just out of my way. I still have to run the power wire for here, so I might just tag that off of that line, go upstairs to where the alarm system's going to be, and then I have an Ethernet cable to run for that. Then the ducting, which I went to see because I wanted to replace this with something different. And the reason for that is, as I said before, I want my trim to be able to come around the window here and have enough room for the trim to nicely fit up there. So that's, again, still what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be moving this over, and then I'll see what I can do about raising this up a little bit, because I'm going to lose a minimum of a ½ inch here. Like minimum. There's a spider right there. That's cool. Dead spider. So we're going to see what I can do with this. Got a ton of space to move it over. So that space there. And this side here goes all the way up and snakes all around. So right there is that one. And then this one obviously gets from the top. This one comes across here for the room. I will put that centered to the room. So I will undo these braces. I did screw these braces, so they're a little bit more tight. And then we have the one for the front door, which will be pushed over. And as you can see, that's where my front door venting is. So it actually looks like there's a baffle there. And there is. It has no washer though. So you could actually turn that off. I don't know why you do that, so I'm gonna pull it out. That's a bunch of nonsense. Cause you don't, yeah, whatever. What else is here? Just by looking at it. So the other part of this that I'm going to be doing, as you can see down here, like this is just a signal line coming from, I believe, the water main. So I'll be fastening this in and keeping it all secure. It was all held up by nails and stuff. I'll be cleaning all this up a little bit. I want to move this all the way over the 4 inches. Probably if I can get it a little further, I will. We'll see what happens. But I want to max it out, but I don't want it to be touching any structures, because that's an echo chamber. So the idea to this is to unbolt everything and just kind of push it over as I go. And yeah. Then finally, gonna get rid of the phone line because nobody uses it anymore. It's all Ethernet. The voice over IP, if anybody has that, if we all have cell phones, so I don't need it. Power's going to stay where it is, 17.5 off the ground. I'm going to move this up to be in line with the power box. Obviously put the insulation in, and trying to think of what else I have to do here. There will probably be some miscellaneous things I'm not thinking about. But we have the vapor barrier. I might put a piece of vapor barrier going across this to help with the sound deadening, because sound carries voice, or air carries sound waves, and the little bit of plastic will help with that. I do have enough of the plastic. Now, after that, will be the resilient channel, 24 inches. So we're going to start there, 24 inches, and then at the bottom, obviously. And I'm going to be layering again over top of it. Now, originally, this is the other part of it. I want to do a full closet here, like a full closet in this area. And then you're like, oh my God, you got space here. My mom's shoes were all over the place. We went through and got rid of a lot of the shoes. I know a woman getting rid of shoes is like, that's not her. Nobody hears about that. So my mom's idea is we'll go with a smaller closet, and it'll be somewhere in here so that I can just open up the door. It'll be a full door, and it'll just have one row of clothes, and then some of the winter coats will be hooks at the back to put the hooks on and stuff. I'm gonna get rid of this door. No, there's not gonna be a secret passageway to Narnia. And that's that on that one. Again, I'm gonna be tiling all this. This floor eventually will be replaced. There was a flood down here at one point with this floor, so I've only just kept it for that reason. So me abusing it is not really a big deal. Like that saldo mark there from yesterday, I was kind of like, ah! And I'm like, oh yeah, it's a red marker, and leave it till you can clean it and then replace the floor eventually. It is insulated and whatnot. It's a very premium floor, but water damage with laminate doesn't work so well. That floor actually stood up to it too, which is it's uncanny. So this is all going to be tile, and I'm going to start by tiling this area, probably slate tile, to go with the cherry wood kind of style. Anyways, those are all plans for another day. This is what we're settling on, and then away we get to it. I also went to Home Depot to grab some 5/8 drywall. That stuff's heavy, so I'll be bringing that stuff in. Now, if you're wondering about 5/8 drywall, before I get started to this, we've got our 1/2 inch, which is this stuff. This is just your typical everyday drywall you'll have find in your house. Now, for vapor barrier, for soundproofing, for fire ratings, we have 5/8 drywall. And if you look at them side by side, you can see the clear-cut differences. So I'll pull this one forward. There. Just a little bit more gives you sound deadening, and it gives you fireproofing, and it's heavier too, like very heavy compared to it. So it's probably a different formula. I got the ultralight stuff because that's what they had close by. I didn't feel like everything else, but that's what I'm putting up on the wall. And I'm thinking of double layering it to help with the sound deadening. Now you're asking yourself, Michael, but you got glass doors. I realize that. So part of that is where the glass doors are going to be in this particular area. And I know I've got the laminate flooring. Again, that's not good for sound. So I'll probably do something with carpet. We'll see. I'm not really big on carpet. But I'm going to have a curtain going across for when I'm playing music and stuff, or movies, things of that nature, to help with the sound deadening. It'll be a nice, thick, heavy blanket. So I'll probably get some gas piping and then make it all retro going across there, and then have the curtain coming across that way for the sound deadening aspect of it, which I've seen tests on YouTube. And if you get something that's like 3 or 5 fabric pieces thick, so the curtain will be 3 times the thickness of a normal curtain, like a really, really heavy one, it'll take the sound deadening down by at least 2/3, which is huge. And that's the idea. So we will see about that in a future date. I got to get moving because I'm already behind. I slept in till 11 today. It was beautiful. That shows you how tired I was.
So we started today with great ambition. It ended up being, I got the material that took almost 2 hours because it was so busy at the store. Helped some people out at the store. There was a couple there that needed to know Tapcons and stuff for a fence and all that kind of stuff. So I spent half an hour with them. And then my neighbors that I'm moving in, so I introduced myself to them. We talked for a bit. And they're also in construction. And then I had someone come by to look at the car that I'm selling. And then I was helping my mom out. So, all in all, it's been a really, really busy day. And then I got caught up with the doorbell, and here we are. I installed the alarm system. I just have to finish the connections, I'll do that later on, is to install the LAN cable to it. But for now, she's up. She works through Wi-Fi. I also, if you look at top here, I installed the doorbell. I haven't finished the connections, obviously. Come on. But in doing so, I burnt out the smart doorknob. So I'll have to figure out how to fix that. So that's the doorbell, and there's the components. I just have the grill in my hand. There we go. So that's the Ring doorbell. I don't know if what I burnt out, what I blew up.
teach myself how to install one of these, but it's done and it's hidden away, so to speak. So that looks a little better on the wall, hidden away. You can paint this to whatever color you want afterwards. I will put an access panel over top of this. Either I can find one that will fit, or I'll build myself a customizable one. Which with all this being wired up, means I can now use my remote door openers through the phone. So that's what I had originally attached here when I first moved in. And now it'll be working through the phone once I make all the connections. So you saw the two wires going up front, which are these two. These two go to the doorbell. So these two go up front. The black wire is the hot wire. The white wire is the ground. It doesn't exactly matter. So what we have here is this comes from the transformer, and I'll show you where that is in a second. And then this passes through uninterrupted, and then the neutral wire is what gets interrupted. So you got power going to the doorbell, and this doesn't really matter each way, it's a directional thing. Both ways will work, and the same with the Ring doorbells. Both ways will work, and it says that in the instructions as well and on video. Again, it's directional. So what's happening here is power comes from the transformer, and this is the positive or the hot wire, that's the neutral. It breaks up for the doorbell neutral, and that's where the momentary switch goes in, and when it's activated you get the doorbell chime. Now we follow this all the way down, and I'll show you at the end there. And here we are on the other side. This is the way it was when I came to it. I want to put two wire nuts on it. These connections don't need to be taped, even though I did tape these ones and make it somewhat neat. It's a low voltage line, so it doesn't really matter. But that being said, I am going to put wire nuts on these, and I'm going to tape them up so that they are safe and secure. This goes this way, all the way over to that junction box there. And then you'll see the transformer on the side of it. That is an upgraded transformer. I had a fancy doorbell that needed a more powerful transformer, so I installed that one. Now that being the case, it's not currently powered up. I have to wire this in, which I'm going to hardwire it tomorrow. I just had it plug into an extension cord just so I could power it up and get this going. Now the whole reason for this, because I know it's on the opposite end of what I need to be doing, is because I had somebody come to my door, and I'm like, oh yeah, I think I should address this situation and get the doorbell hooked back up, because everything got changed around when I did the kitchen. So that wall that held the doorbell is now gone. So now it's back in the front, and it's well, everything's all Wi-Fi too once I get the new version of said doorbell. What you're gonna say, Michael, you didn't insulate. What the heck? But what you will see, and you've already seen it earlier in the video, is I did the doorbell. Even though I messed up the smart doorbell, so that's on me. I had to reteach myself how to wire a doorbell, which is a very simple thing. I'm not sure why I couldn't get it. If you look at here, there's a bunch of PVC pipe that's been sliced and diced. And what I originally wanted to do, is install this, which is why I left this area open. I still have to run the cable for this. I'll do that tomorrow. It's just a 2-ply, same as the doorbell wire. And I've mounted it so that it doesn't vibrate. And I double sealed some of the joints I was not so sure about. That's why you can see the gray PVC. Some people do it in clear. This has been done in clear. It's an old joint. Again, some of these are done in clear. For example, this one up here, that's clear. This is an old pipe that I'm going to be recycling. And it's very firm stuff, so I don't have to worry about it vibrating in the walls and everything. And I do put clamps on it. So that's run all the way down there where I'll hook it up later. Not too worried about that. As long as it's in the room, that's all that matters. Because then I can close all this up. So pretty well, what I have left to do here before I start boarding is move this base beast over, which I'll be doing tomorrow. Gonna have to figure that out. Might have to cut this pipe and whatnot. We'll see how to do that. It's not that big a deal. Just time consuming, like everything else. And it's very doable. So I just have to pop everything off all across here, all these tabs, move it over, and then I might lengthen this one so it still stays in the center of the room, because I like it that way. It's very symmetrical, which is what I'm going for. You have to work so hard to get everything to be symmetrical, and it never turns out the way you want it to. So you're wondering, where is that going? Well, if you come with me, we'll just walk over to it. Oh look, it's open in here. It's amazing. And I've spaced it so that the trim will fit in behind this. And then I also have it about ½ inch up off the ground. So once this floor is ripped out, the tile will come right up to it. So for now, what I'll end up doing is cutting a piece of pine or SPF, whatever, and give a little ramp to it so it can still be used. And this is just one of those kick things. You just have to hit it. And I got black because obviously shoes, black. Don't want any marks on it. And yeah. So all in all, this is where we're at. So you see the piece of resilient channel. I'll probably make a video about using that plus soundproofing with the added 5/8 fireproof, soundproof style drywall. I have a whole pile of it here, as you guys know. So that is going to happen tomorrow. The ducting is going to happen tomorrow. A lot of today was about planning. I also got rid of a whole pile of stuff. I filled up Mom's truck or whatever, and took it to the thrift. So everything got donated. I think like 5 boxes full. Not a lot, but at the start, like clothes and knickknacks and kitchenware and things of that nature that we just don't need anymore. Very happy with the way this turned out. Just decided to do it randomly. Like I wanted to do it, but I didn't know it would turn out like this, and I got it in exactly the area where I want it to be. We used some old piping. I need to get some more, but I might do that tomorrow, might not. Tomorrow morning, gonna get up early, and we are going to run the wire for it, going across, so that's done. Will it be usable tomorrow? Depends if I go get another pipe. I do need some more pipe, even though I did reuse some pipe and finished off the 2 links I did have to go that far. So that being said, I was playing with the idea of the resilient channel, and when you're screwing the resilient channel, you use the wood drywall screws, and then you don't just put a metal drywall screw here. You have to go about 50% so that when the sound waves do hit it, it goes to the first screw, travels through the resilient channel, and it hits the second screw before it enters the wall. And then the reverberation is deadened by the sound as well, or the insulation. So it's a very complicated, not so complicated process where the sound waves hit. Will I be doubling up the 5/8 drywall? I'm halfway to saying yes and halfway to saying no. I did pick up some longer screws and everything to be able to go through the drywall just in case. I do think they were a bit too long because the old stuff I used back in the day was an inch thick. This is ½ inch. So didn't realize the difference there, which actually helps out a little bit because I was going to put drywall in between as like a triple layer, and I'm not doing that now because there's not enough space. I was going to do ½ inch, and this would have been a 1 inch spacing, so you would have had that extra little bit of air buffer so that there wouldn't be any contact to transfer the sound waves through. That's not so much anymore, so it's just going to be like dead space. Will I do the vapor barrier? Probably. I'm going to have to take this down, obviously, and then put it up. And then I do have the metal screws for the 5/8 drywall, and then we'll see at that point where I want to go if I want to add a second layer. So that being said, we are done for the night. I'm going to grab a shower, and then tomorrow I'm going to hit this early to finish it off. Most of the electrical is done. Like everything was dropped down here. All that electrical is done, going all the way across here. Some stuff that has to be buttoned up over here. Obviously these two have to be connected because those will then be live. But what I want to do is I'm going to leave this for now, and I'm going to finish the wall coming this way, so that when I turn the electrical boxes live, I don't have to disconnect anything or reconnect anything. So we're going to finish it going this way. And then obviously in the corner I'll do all the all that nonsense there, finishing it all up, doing all the insulation on that. So again, very happy with the front entrance sweep, which is what that is for the trim there. I was wondering what I was doing with that, and I had this around for the longest time, and I realized why it was black, for when you kick it with your shoe, so you don't leave any scuffs on the white ones. Because everything else in the house is white trim, and that was the outlier. So I've yammered on enough. This was a big day of planning and just kind of cleaning up the upstairs and whatnot. I do have to put some more wood in here just so that it has for the frame for the TV. The one on the opposite of me has the same amount of wood as this one will, because they're 24-inch spacing. So with that being said, we have almost 48 inches of wood in that area, if I recall correctly. But yeah, gotta get pushing on this, that's for sure. So thanks for watching, thanks for checking in on the progress, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be working on the ceiling, because that's gonna happen too. So much work.